Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
We get it, that's the past, but we need to focus more on having fun and being goofy, being ourselves.
Absolutely. Rob Larson says it best. We need to focus on having fun and being ourselves. It is the 9th of June, 2020, and 42 years ago to this day, my mom had her favorite child in her belly, about ready to give birth. Little did she know it was going to be on June 11th, 1978. She was going to give birth to the most precious baby boy named Corey Winfield. That is my name, by the way. It just so happened to be my birthday on June 11th. So, thanks, Mom, for sticking through that, and appreciate it. Appreciate you taking one for the team on that. But joining me tonight, a couple special ladies. My girlfriend, Marney. Marney, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. And my dear friend, Anna. Anna, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And we're actually chilling in your casa tonight. And it's been fun. You know, we've eaten quite a bit. I like to do that. And then we had fudge, brownies, and ice cream and cheesecake. Thanks to Jamie for hooking that up. That was very sweet of her. You know, I got to blow out candles, even though it's not my birthday until Thursday. But it was very nice, though. It was awesome. Made me feel good.
Good. I'm glad.
I feel like somebody cared. And then you guys did a podcast, which was awesome because I heard it. I was behind the scenes, and then I didn't have you check it. I could do a mic check. I was just like, just run with it. And then it turned out it was like real echoey, and that was my fault. I feel bad. It was like 45 minutes long too, and it was a really good podcast. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I feel bad.
Don't feel bad, and I was disappointed at first too, but then like Marnie said, it was still a really good conversation. I felt better afterwards, and just like my blogs, it's like those therapy sessions, and didn't have to pay for it this time.
And if you really want to hear it, you can email myself, Marnie, or Anna. It's our first names and then at 217recovery.com. We'll send it to you if you want to, try to decipher it. But, it's real echoey, and it's just, I don't know, we just decided to kind of take it down. But, yeah, if you want to listen to it, see what it's like, drop us an email. We'll shoot it to you. But
we'll do it again. Of course, it won't be the exact same words, but...
Right. Yeah. Good. So, I mean, we've had a pretty good day in recovery, though. We went and we had lunch. That was interesting. The kid that was working.
Poor kid.
No, I don't know. I don't think he had been really a server before. Maybe COVID-19 kind of threw him into the front lines.
I think this may have been his first job, too.
Yeah. I kind of tested him a little bit, but it was all right. But the food was okay. But then we had, pizza, and it's those kind of moments where, and Anna, you said this in the podcast earlier, which didn't air, and the podcast that we did a couple nights ago that didn't air because kept having technical difficulties. But you said, a year ago, I think I brought it up at first. I was like, a year ago, like we could not imagine being here on this couch right now. Like if you just said to us, like if a ghost or if we time traveled and then we found each other like at that nasty Chinese place, and we're like, while we're in treatment together, and said, hey, and on June 9th, 2020, this is where you guys are going to be, I would have said, you have lost your effing mind. Like, that's not going to happen. And boom, here we are. You're married. I have a woman who wants to get married.
Right.
And it's insane, man. Like, a year ago, 2 years ago, nobody would want to marry our asses.
Oh, 2 years ago especially. I'll tell you that. I was a real treat. And if they did, it's probably because they had a good insurance policy on me and they were just waiting for me to kill myself off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So things can change, and you got to take it day by day, and these days add up, man. They really do. And if somebody's in active addiction and you're struggling, maybe in early recovery, and I remember too, man, it was like a year. Woo, yeah, right. How a year? I'm never gonna make it a year. I remember thinking like, how, that's a year. Longest I've made it was 4 or 5 months. A year, and then you get to a year, and you're like, whoa, I got on the 15th, I got a year and a half, and I'm like, wait, where'd that whole half year go? You know, like you're counting down that year, you know, month by month by month, and you hit that year, and it's like, okay. And then, boom, you blink, and then, whoa, you know, a year and a half. And then it'll be, I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's just like, things are going well. Marnie, you're getting close to that year.
Yes, and I was just about to say that the closer that I get to a year ago from that point was probably the worst that I've ever been, if you think about it. Because at your year anniversary, that means, like, this was, like, right when I was literally at my bottom, you know, or close to it as I'm approaching a year. So that's kind of actually, like, a scary thought, but it's also, like, a revelation. I mean...
So a year ago, I bet you was a hot mess.
Hot mess. Hot mess times 10, yeah.
So I hear you say that, like, you're at your worst and at rock bottom, but if that's going to be your year of sobriety, that's also one of your strongest moments because you made that choice to change your life when you're in the depths of your struggle.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's just say, okay, so I just celebrated 9 months.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was the end of last month. So, I mean, it wouldn't have been another, 2.5 months from now that I actually got myself walk through the doors of the treatment center where, I started, this journey in sobriety this time around. But, so I can't even tell you where I really was, right now, where I was and how I was doing, and I know it wasn't good, but it took me I probably should have been there at this point a year ago today, but I wasn't. It took that extra 2.5 months of wallowing and trying and, debating and, second guessing myself and third guessing myself, and then finally got to the point of trusting myself that I knew it was time and that I couldn't handle living like that anymore. And so...
Well, I just want to point it out that a lot of people say that you have to wait a year before you get into a relationship. I wanted to point that out to both of you.
Yeah, a lot of people say that you're supposed to have a plan.
Sorry, I'm just kidding. But no, people do say that, and some people, like my mother, and she hates it when I say that, and she's like, I didn't mean that, I just know those hoes you was messing with. My mom doesn't talk like that either.
Yeah.
But, but it's all about the people, and like if those relationships that I got into, but I wasn't even near ready back then though either, and I don't think it was more the relationship, and it wasn't really them, it was me, and I had to go through that to learn too what I wanted and what I was going to put up with, and by what I was going to put up with, I don't mean like, oh, she's talking back. I mean just how I want to be treated, and that's something that when we're in early recovery, we don't really value ourselves that much, and it's hard for us to have worth and to find like that self-worth that we need and that we're capable of, because we're not used to it. And oh yeah, I'll take this, and yeah, I mean she's lying, but whatever, I'll just stick with her, and I don't know. But to be able to put your foot down, and like last summer, that was, as my mom would say, well, those little trifling hoes you're messing with, and again, she doesn't talk like that. But I had to say, no, this isn't how I want to be treated, and then I kicked her to the curb. She's like, well. And she says some choice words to me, and it was kind of funny and comical. And then right then I was like, yep, made the good choice. I needed to cut that out of my life. And I don't know. But if I didn't try that, if I didn't not listen to those people that were like, you need to wait a year before you get to a relationship, I would have never known that about myself, that I was strong enough to recognize the red flags and to say, wait, it's not for me. I'm cutting ties with that. I don't care if she's a little person or a big person.
So as far as the year, the golden rule of a year. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that I didn't abide by that.
Sexual relationship.
Sorry.
But anyways, it didn't matter if I waited in the past. It didn't matter if I waited 2 days or 2 years. I was at a point where I was a giant toddler. I threw a fit. If you told me I had to do something, I was going to go do the opposite. Like, I'll show you, I'll hurt me. I'm going to go fuck things up for me and see how that sits with you. In all reality, it's just because I was so discontent with myself, my behaviors. So I didn't see my worth. Therefore, I sought someone out that didn't see my worth either, nor did I assert that. And the beauty of it, when you do feel whole and start to respect yourself and see your worth, you attract what you put out to the universe or to God or whatever his intentions are for you. And whether it hurt or not, those experiences, like you were saying, taught us exactly what we didn't want or what we didn't. Finally, we seen how we didn't deserve to be treated. And it's not about even putting your foot down when you meet the right person, because once you are knowing that you're a whole, that other whole will come to you, and you're not like two halves leaning on each other. The second one walks away, you fall on your face, because I've been there too. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, lost it, bought a new one. And that's, like I said, the beauty of it. I'm sure like with you and Marney, just like with my wife and I, there was no foot that had to be put down. We have had to learn how we're going to work together, just because our different personalities, and we both are very assertive. But the fact, when you respect each other, you figure that out.
So, just be careful. And I'm not talking to you too. I'm if someone listening right now, like, we're not saying no, go jump into a relationship. We're just saying, like, take your time and it'll happen how it's supposed to. And like Anna just said, when you're not trying to force things, it's a lot easier to just kind of go with the flow. And when the red flags pop up, take notice. And I'm not saying don't be over jealous and accuse people of different things, but the true colors will come out, and notice them. Don't be blinded by them, and have some respect for yourself and know what you want. And, if that means writing it down, make a list, 5 things you want, how you want to be treated. Keep in your wallet. You don't have to show everybody, but just keep in your wallet. And, you meet somebody and they're going to treat you, like Hannah said, like it's the, I don't think you said laws of attraction, but it's the...
Essentially similar to the laws of attraction, though.
Yeah. You're going to attract what you put out, and, you're going to run into somebody. You're going to meet somebody great, but let that come. Don't force it. That's my advice. I mean, you can take it, you can leave it. I'm just saying what has worked for me. And when I did recognize those flags, and I did feel strong enough to be like, no, that's not how I'm going to be treated. I don't care. I know what I want in life, and I know what I deserve, and I might not be perfect, but damn it, I need some respect here, and I don't want to do this again. And I'm not going to, lose my sobriety over, letting a relationship drag me down, because that can happen, but I kind of in the past would let it happen. So just be careful with that, and good luck. It'll happen how it's supposed to. And relationship talk is our favorite subject.
And that doesn't just go for a romantic relationship. That goes for all relationships.
Sexual relationship.
Or did you mean like with parents or family?
I mean like
friends
relationships of all nature that hopefully are not all sexual.
Yeah, no, because there's some sneaky bastards out there too that'll be like, hi, and they'll smile in your face, and then you turn around and it's like,
Man.
yeah. So you just have to watch out for those too. And then you got great people who'll come up and just say,
At least in Detroit, you have a bus stop.
and they're grateful for those things in Detroit, having bus stops. I just want to play clips, Anna. And I was looking at Marney like, what the hell is he playing these
I
things
said
for?
just roll with that.
But for real though, watch. There are people out there that they don't have your best interest, and those are people that'll look you right in the face and smile, and they'll tell you that that you're their friend. And watch those people too.
Those wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cut ties, man. I'm so good at cutting ties with people. It's scary. I should write a book called Cutting Ties. I signed a deal to do that, but then I had to cut ties with the people because I was like, I'll show you how good I am at cutting.